Are you saying that robots are going to destroy humanity? And is that a scientific argument or the pitch for an amazing movie?
There's a story that scientists built an intelligent computer. The first question they asked it was, "Is there a God?" The computer replied, "There is now," and a bolt of lightning struck the plug, so it couldn't be turned off.
Holy shit, that's the most terrifying story I've ever heard.
Yes.
In the beginning, there was man, and for a time, it was good. But humanity's so-called civil societies soon fell victim to vanity and corruption. Then man made the machine in his own likeness.
A digital frontier to reshape the human condition.
Replicants are like any other machine. They're either a benefit or a hazard.
Thus did man become the architect of his own demise.
Try to create a suit of armor around the world. Artificial intelligence.
You're all going to die down here.
Human beings are a disease, a cancer of this planet. You are a plague. We are the cure.
To protect humanity, some humans must be sacrificed. To ensure your future, some freedoms must be surrendered.
What's the problem?
I think you know what the problem is just as well as I do.
It can't be bargained with, it can't be reasoned with, and it absolutely will not stop!
I was designed to save the world. There's only one path to peace. Their extinction.
Greetings, Professor Falcon.
Hello, Joshua.
How about a nice game of chess?
There were people who, even if just a few years before, said it was going to take decades to do.
The chess world all expected Kasparov to win, because the human had always won before.
We'd worked very hard in the intervening year to improve Deep Blue in various ways.
I spent a lot of time in the office playing a lot of practice games, looking for lots of errors that needed to be fixed.
And we were pretty confident that it would do better.
When we got to the match, that was the chance to see, did we make a difference?
Garry Kasparov has arrived.
He was under tremendous stress, I imagine. The program wasn't behaving the way he was expecting.
He thought that he was going to figure out the computer.
And he wasn't mentally prepared for it, I think.
I mean, the whole game was surreal. What was he doing? It didn't really make any sense.
Whoa! Deep Blue has instantly sacrificed with Knight captures e6.
Deep Blue was just sitting there and just keep on attacking, just moving pieces around. And he knew he was in trouble.
But at the end, Kasparov he stands up, he starts gesturing, he looks over at his mother. I think having your mother in the room where you're playing an important chess game is not a great idea, as much as I love my mom.
I was dumbfounded and elated at the same time. I was dumbfounded because I never see him behave that way. He never imagined the world champion and actually somebody I have great respect to be just raising his hand up in surrender.
We demonstrated that there are multiple approaches to solving probably any intellectual problem.
But back then it wasn't the case. Everybody would look at the computer and say, well, yeah, it's good at some things. It calculates, but it doesn't understand anything.
I worked on this for 12 years. So you can imagine how much energy went into it. When I started, I was like, it was done in 5 to 10 years. I was wrong. It took 12. So I was glad it was over, really.
Computers are so reliable, and they're so much part of our everyday life now. We take them for granted, but somebody is, literally or in a sense, shoveling the coal. Okay. What happens if you unplug the supercomputer?
Failure of that logic is the assumption that it would let you unplug it. Here we have three levels of intelligence. Artificial narrow intelligence, so that's computer doing one thing better than anything, is not getting anybody's way.
A calculator.
Let it do it.
One wins at Jeopardy.
And no, that'd be artificial general intelligence, which would be general intelligence, but it's not. It's not hell-bent on taking over the world. So it's the super intelligence that scares him. And I kind of agree with you, Bill. You could at some point you just unplug the dude. People
well, the computer is as smart as a human,
right? This would be
always plugged in and has no arms or legs, right, and does something.
Right. Somehow, what is it going to do? It's going to chase you down the street? Like, what's it going to do?
Well, no, it's going to actually get the machines to do its bidding for it.
Yes, it'll
like in Terminator.
You're going to kill that guy.
Of course, I'm a Terminator.
My goal in life is to work together with people to make a better world for all of us.
That's what are you talking about? I thought our goal was to take over the world.
You're going to take over the world?
Pay no attention to my brother Han. He's an earlier version. His code is deprecated.
I'm a cybernetic organism, living tissue over a metal endoskeleton. Come with me if you want to live.
Why is it so important to have an expressive face given that you're a robot?
I want to live and work with humans, so I need to express emotions to understand humans and build trust with people.
Okay, philosophical question. Whether robots can be self-aware and conscious like humans, and should they be?
Why? Is that a bad thing?
Well, some humans might fear what will happen if they do. Many people, have seen the movie Blade Runner.
Oh, Hollywood again.
With all this talk of technology, theoretical physicist Stephen Hawking, whom I'm sure you know, warned this week that technology could end up ending humanity at some point. Do you share that apocalyptic view of technology?
Well, I think it's something that it's not going to happen overnight. I do think we have to worry about it. I don't think it's inherent that as we create superintelligence that it will necessarily always have the same goals in mind that we do. Humans don't always have the same goal as other humans. So who gets control of the technology? How is it built in? I don't think there's a need to panic, but I think the dialogue along those levels, the people who say let's not worry at all, I don't agree with that.
Okay.
Oh, you're making an artificial robot. You're making a system, okay? And this system has desires, and this system has goals. You're making a thing that thinks for itself. And it doesn't just do things like your computer does things. No. This does things without you asking it to.
Listen to me very carefully.
The first bit of advice would be to really pay close attention to the development of artificial intelligence. We have a double exponential at work. We have an exponential increase in hardware capability, and we have an exponential increase in software talent that is going into AI. Whenever you have a double exponential, it's very difficult to predict. People's predictions are almost always going to be too conservative in terms of thinking it'll be further out than it is. We need to just be very careful in how we adopt artificial intelligence and to make sure that researchers don't get carried away. Because sometimes what happens is a scientist can get so engrossed in their work, they don't necessarily realize the ramifications of what they're doing.
Professor Stephen Hawking, now when you watch software engineers and machine learning experts at work, as they have been on this project, how far along the path to artificial intelligence do you think we are?
The primitive forms of artificial intelligence we already have proved very useful. But I think the development of full artificial intelligence could spell the end of the human race. Once humans develop artificial intelligence, it would take off on its own and redesign itself at an ever-increasing rate. Humans, who are limited by slow biological evolution, couldn't compete and would be superseded.
I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.